falls off the top rope.
Oh my
Consider
God.
I have implants.
I feel like I know him from somewhere. Why?
Why not?
I mean, I thought about it for a long while before I did it. I mean, I got a lot of uproar from the whole industry, but who are they to judge me?
Yeah, I mean, what do they
They can all go to hell. They don't pay my bills.
No, you got a point.
And that's that.
Welcome, bonjour, to a brand new episode of Off the Rails with me. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know it is a hot one out there, everyone. Hey, John Jay. Hey, everyone else. Hey, Paul. Just waiting on a few more people to join before I bring my guest in. I had a question for some of you out there. I don't know how many of you people are actual pet owners, but hey, Scott, what are you guys' thoughts on that company, Vetster? Vetster, Vetster. So, hey, Jamal, how are you? We're talking about vetster.com. You know, I don't know if anyone's ever used an online service to help their pets in any way, right? So I'm talking to this girl. First of all, she's like 10 minutes late for the appointment. Okay, fine, no problem. But then she says, okay, we don't get any kickbacks from this, but if you use the place that I direct you to use to order all the prescriptions, you get a discount. That sounds to me like they actually get some kind of a kickback at Vetster, right? So upon researching it more and more, I look up that the founder is some guy from Canada. You know, what are his values? Is he a pedophile? Does he use money from Vetster to donate to such causes as transgender inclusion, inclusivity, drag shows at schools? I always get very iffy about these companies, especially from Canada, because they are so over the top liberal in their thoughts and their donations. And that's fine. Do what you want to with the money, but don't push people to buy things from a certain online vet. I just wanted to get people's opinions on this because I know I'm not the only pet parent out there. You know, I just want to know, what does everyone else think on this? What are your thoughts on a company like Vetster that allows you to go ahead and use their online service to, to talk to a licensed vet, but at the same time, potentially, they want you to buy, what was the company they wanted me to use? And I just finished asking the girl, can you please send me the prescriptions, individual prescriptions for my cat? Yeah, it says from a company called, some American company called Pet Meds. Yeah, you know what? And that's the thing, you guys, you see, that's true. But if you don't have a pet, if you don't have an appointment right away to go to the vet and you wait a few days, how much worse could things get? And I'd rather, a big shout out to those of you who are actually working extra hard to support your animals, luxurious lifestyles and so forth. But I'm one of those people. I am one of those people that actually supports my animals, luxurious lifestyle. Speaking of luxury, by the way, if you guys are looking to turn things up in the bedroom, go to adamandeve.com and put the code CrazyTrain in. That's crazy with a K. And you can get up to 50% off of most items and a bunch of free items as well. How's everyone doing? Are you guys subscribed to my YouTube page? Because on here you get updated content weekly. Every Wednesday we have a new episode of Crazy Train on Spotify and Apple iTunes and all those other places you guys listen to podcasts to. And this week's guest on there is Ricky Rackman from Headbangers Ball. I know that a lot of you guys like my current guest that's on there, Rachel Steele, who's the original MILF. She is the the original person that invented the whole MILF genre of adult. And I think people tend to forget that. So for my next guest for today, I know that a lot of people are asking for more of the girls from the 90s, which a lot of them are hard to get because some of them just don't want anything to do with this. Some of them don't want anything, to do with being out there in the public eye. And I respect people like that, for the most part. That's totally fine. And, yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way it is, que sera, sera. But I was able to get a hold of Minaj Tuah. Now, she was on the podcast recently. She is a lovely African American girl who was in that era of adult in the 90s when it was very hard to break in for people of color. I would say like a few people had good success there, like Midori, Heather Hunter. Who else can we name, guys? Dominique Simone, of course, and Minaj. She actually has a tongue, from what I heard, like bigger than Gene Simmons. In fact, she should have been in Tongue magazine, but I think that Gene Simmons just didn't want her, upstaging him or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, it's a very warped world that we live in sometimes. But I finally figured out how to stream this stuff onto Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and start try seeing if TikTok will allow this to stream onto there, which would be wonderful because I do have a lot of friends and stuff following me on there. So yeah, it's almost the end of summer, but it feels like summer has finally kicked in, guys. I mean, it's time to go. You don't want to put away those bathing suits or bikinis or Speedos or whatever it is that you wear. Keep that stuff out there because summer is not over. I have a feeling it's going to be a very long Indian summer. Is that racist? I don't know. But anyway, I think just about everything is racist these days, unfortunately. You say Indian summer, then all of a sudden, oh my God, she's against indigenous people. No, it's just that is the term that we've called. It's that is what it is. So I'm texting her right now. Yep. Okay. So she should be on with us very shortly. So make sure you have your questions ready. What's very interesting, and I know that it is an election year. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but I have a lot of friends that are African American that do not like Camel Toe Kamala, whatever her name is, Camel Toe Harris, because it's very insulting when you are a person of color, right? And you have this witch that tackles like the fucking West, the wicked witch of the West, which is what she is, just a wicked witch of the West, saying she's African American. Hey, Ben, how are you? It's like, you go out there, she might as well just say she's Mexican. She's not Mexican. She's not fucking black. She's freaking East Indian and West Indian, which is an apology to East Indian people because they are some of the smartest people in the world. They are doctors. They are lawyers. They're shop owners. And you have this pig making a disgrace of them. That should be a lawsuit right there. I'm sorry. It just should be, and I know a lot of people share these opinions, but anyway, thanks so much for subscribing to my channel, and also make sure you're catching up on the restreams because I know a lot of you cannot always watch these. Okay. Anyway, sorry if we will get crazy. We will get political, and it's really shocking because it was very shocking to know that Minaj, shared the same opinions as I did, and there he is, the Trumpinator. We all got to get him back into office because this is unacceptable. I feel as though even at the DNC today, I watched a little part of it today in where was it, in Chicago? I watched parts of it, and you see these Antifa fuckers. They're there to make it look like people like us on the right go there to start problems, which we don't. Because in history, Republicans do not behave like this. Neither do most Democrats. I don't know what this is. This is some serious like left-wing nut job shit. Anyway, let me bring in Ménage, the woman with the tongue bigger than Gene Simmons, and he was too afraid to stand next to her in a photo. Can you believe that? What a fag. Hey, girl.
Hello, how are you?
Cat, you got a pussy on your chest. Oh my
God.
God.
That's right. An American pussy at that.
We're cackling now. Oh my God.
Oh boy. How you been, babe?
Good. How about you? It's hot, eh?
Girl, it is hotter than Zimbabwe in Texas right now, girl. You can't do nothing but run in and out of your home and a supermarket and come right back. That's it. It is burning up out here. Today it was 108.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, 108. But the heat index, it felt like maybe 114.
That's too cold for me. Sorry.
That's funny.
I've been drinking too much like Aperol Spritz, and it's so funny. You know, Aperol Spritz is one of these things. The Aperol has like 5 or 6% alcohol with
Mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
orange juice, and then you put your soda water in, and it's the perfect midday
A
refresher.
little, yeah, a little spritzer. I love it. Sounds
A little
good.
baby, woo! A little spritz. Did you watch the DNC today? You know, I was
I
eager like
watched a little bit of it. I wasn't impressed. I feel like it's turning into like a concert or something like that. I don't know. It just seems so fake to me. I'm trying to figure it out right now. Yes, I am a black woman. I am an
really.
American black woman on both sides of my family. So I'm a foundational black American here. And you know, of course I'm up in age, so I have seen lots and lots of conventions, and it just seems so fake this year, really fake. I don't know what it is. When I saw Meg the Stallion get out there, girl, I was heated. I was heated. Like, what are we doing here? Entertaining? Are we entertaining? And people are starving? Bills high. I mean, the grocery bill, I can buy $200 worth of groceries, and I have 4 bags in my hand. I don't get it out here. It's getting outrageous. But they want to party instead of really politic. It's getting dangerous. I don't like it. It's a lot of buck dancing and biscuit eating.
I like the butt dancing. I just pulled this thing up. I tried to add it onto here before, but here's what I found. Since Kamala took office, gasoline has been up 51%, everyone. Electricity, 32%. Airfare, 23%.
Mm-hmm.
Rent, 22%, guys. Groceries, 22. Eggs, 47. Car insurance, 54. Kindergarten to 12th grade, I guess food for them or maybe in school, 66%. So what is Kamala Harris going to do differently on her first day of being president? And at the beginning, folks, I said the two scariest words in the world, Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm. See, my thing is the borders. Like, I mean, Joe Biden said she is in charge of the borders. So, all the things that's going on here with the immigrants. I mean, I do understand people coming over here to live and have a better life, but there's a way that a lot of people in the past came over here by being vetted. You had a background check. um you just weren't coming over here acting a fool. But recently I heard that in Colorado, was it, well, I think it's Denver, Colorado, that a whole Venezuelan gang took over the whole apartment building there. Okay. And a whole gang took over a whole apartment building, like gangstas. Okay. And, the police are being shot, and things are just kind of getting out of hand. It's scary out here. I had to go and get me a pew pew. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Do you know how to shoot one?
No,
Are
no.
you serious?
I just recently got it.
Here, let me whip out a gun and show you right now. Here, just cock it here. Now, Ted
I
Nugent.
just recently I'm talking a few days ago. Like, someone told me, like, you need to go and get you something. I am in Texas, but I was using my bear spray and all that. But girl, with all this crime out here, and all the immigrant trouble, I had to go ahead and do that, and I don't like it. I didn't want to do that.
You could probably find, I think this girl's name is chickswithtriggers.com, and they're
Mhm.
specifically for women. I know that we don't care who's really, like, if it's guys and girls there, as long as they're legal and everything and they're not doing stupid shit. Yeah, you should take a class.
Yeah.
I've been shooting guns for a while, but you should know about shooting things. Okay.
Well, I got I know, I got mine in the box still. I'm not even like, but I know I do have to protect myself. I'm a single woman, and it's just getting out of control now. I mean, my thing is safety, and I feel like African Americans, us Black people, we've suffered enough here in America. It's a lot going on, and we can't have immigrants taking our tangibles and benefits that we need, or and regular all Americans need. I mean, I can go right now and see lots of homeless veterans that did their time in the army, did their time, sacrificed their legs and their mind, and then there's nothing for them right now, nothing for the mentally ill. you know it's getting bad. I don't really see a solution unless we change. I mean, I'm on the fence with this shit. I don't know what to do.
I think you should run now. A lot of change starts locally. So somewhere, okay, like in Europe, it's very different. Like there is a small red wave, by the way. It's a
Yeah.
little bit of a red wave. Now, England, I mean, what Paris did this year at the Olympics is very disgraceful. I mean, you have a refugee team. Why the hell are refugees competing? Can I ask you that?
Hmm.
Right. First
I
problem.
yeah, I heard that the Olympic athletes had trouble sleeping, and the air conditioners weren't working. A lot of them bought blow up beds. A lot of them slept outside, I heard.
Yeah, it's been really hot in Europe so far this summer, and a lot of places have air conditioners. Some do, some don't. But then you have, I think they overdid it this year. They had a refugee team that shouldn't have been there. Then you have men as well competing against women. And
Hmm.
I feel as though Paris was not prepared to have that many people there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think the worst part is seeing a piece of shit like Tom Cruise. And I like him in Top Gun, don't get me wrong. But he's everything that's wrong with Hollywood. He takes off on his motorcycle with the Olympic flag to take it to LA. First of all, bro, you live in fucking England. You live in Hyde Park, 20
Right.
or whatever, 1010 Hyde Park, where it's a very expensive place. It's like $2 billion or 1 million for a small place in there.
Mhm.
But they house a lot of drug dealers. It also
Mhm.
has it has rich drug dealers and rich criminals that live in that building. So why are you taking a flag there like you're going back to LA with it? Seriously.
Wow.
No sense. Yeah. And it's near the
Yeah.
Scientology church, by the way, where he lives in London.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Ooh, Scientology. Oh, don't remind me.
you ever meet Tom Cruise? Like, who is the most famous person you think you met, like, while you were doing adult films in that time?
Just at the, you mean in the time I was just doing them? Who was the
Yeah.
most famous person I met? Um, well, he's famous now that he's dead. I met Tupac, of course. Yeah,
Oh,
I knew a little bit of everybody, back then. You know, but Tupac was pretty famous, but he was only famous when he died. When back then, when I knew him when he was alive, he was just another guy. I mean, you're really in the industry. You know what I mean?
yeah. You got like so many of them bouncing around. I know you
Yeah,
met Gene Simmons, who was like too intimidated by your tongue, which we all know.
had a few guys. It's funny, I would have to say, but a lot of them are not, in the business anymore or have moved on to do bigger things. Yeah.
Bigger things. I don't know if I can define bigger things anymore. It's like it's such a different world out there. I got offended when I saw the Huck Troll girl. It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
dude, what was that about? Like we were doing that stuff long before you
Nothing.
were squirming your dad's fucking ball sack. But yeah,
Right. Just I don't, it seems like whatever was back then, it's being reinvented now. And whatever, everything is not new under the sun. Everything is, it just repeats itself to me. No matter what it is.
I'm gonna start posting Hatua like every day. Like, hi, I'm Jasmine St. Clair. In case you don't know me, this is who I am. And Hatua is bullshit because that was done since the 90s.
Yeah, that's old.
I think she's getting old as well with her bullshit. So someone just said, Macron was that was Macron's doing. We can't even make an original movie. That's true. So Macron did have years to prepare to have everyone in Paris. And, we probably had a shortage of electricity, I'd say, possibly.
Break dancers, too. Y'all had a shortage of break dancers.
Culture. When they had the Olympics in London, they had like Mini Coopers. They had little skits. So I believe you could have Can, you could have Moulin Rouge. But to have fucking breakdancing,
that killed the whole dream for me. I mean, I was really looking forward to it until I didn't see no black people in the breakdancing competition. And it started here in New York. So it just flipped me out. I mean, I was around. I mean, I'm in my 50s, so I was around when breakdancing was out. So to see like no black people pop locking or breakdancing out there kind of scared me. But I did watch it, and it freaked me out. Like, the Australian lady freaked me out real bad. Like, I really needed a drink after seeing Reagan do her thing. I needed a whole cocktail.
I don't get that, but I'll tell you when I needed a drink was when I saw The Last Supper. I'm like, what is this shit that they're doing now? I feel as though these things are being pushed down our throats right now. Pink taco is a good example. It's a taco, guys. So it doesn't say it's wet and juicy. It just says pink taco. Fine. Now, in Santa Monica, California, they put a roller rink there. The name of the hot dog stand there is Big Dicks, DIX. Underneath it, it says size really matters, and it has a rainbow umbrella. And this is for kids, by the way. So I basically aired my opinions in a Santa Monica message board. Oh boy, you should have seen this type of remarks. I was like going to war right there. I'm like, I should figure this down kids' throats. Like, no pun intended. Cool. They segregate themselves by this thing with this gay flag and this trans flag. How about just an American flag, like on your tits? Because that unites everyone, right? Different races, different backgrounds, different. If you want to stick your dick in an ass, fine. Do that at home. Don't bring it around kids.
Right. But that's really serious. I remember in Los Angeles, they are doing a after school satanic for the kids, satanic practice or whatever for children after school. So they are pushing the bar when they really need to bring back the, Pledge of Allegiance every morning and things like that. Remember, we would do the Pledge of Allegiance every morning. Or a prayer, right? Wouldn't we do like a prayer or something back then?
We did the Pledge of Allegiance. Then we also I went to a Quaker school, so we had morning silence.
Yeah.
Pray. Yeah, we did all that. That's really weird, huh?
We did have some type of prayer or something. I remember, like, I was in public school too out here in Texas, so I kind of remember us having to pray or the Pledge of Allegiance or something every morning, after the announcements.
Yeah, what announcements were they? Hey, if you want to join the after this or this, or if you want to buy this at the school cafeteria, please come see it. Field trip. I remember how much more fun it was. It just seems like people do this all the time, and like they no longer, do this. They don't talk face to face or eye to eye. You know what I mean?
Right. It's no more of that. I mean, it's so dead in the water right now. Like, even in public, when I go out, people really don't look at me eye to eye. They look at me sideways or something.
They know you. They know about that tongue.
No, I don't think they know me.
I'm sure they do. I'm going to go down to Texas to wherever you are. I'm going to hold up a whole sign. I'm going to go by that church, by the Bible Belt, like a kiss my ass. I'm going to tell them, listen. You might have to move though if
Funny.
I do that. I've always done very unhinged things like, well, not like that to endanger someone. But I thought it was interesting when we had this chat, when we mentioned a few things back and forth about Kamala. Do you
Mhm.
honestly feel as though she has the African American vote locked in?
I think she has some of the African American vote locked in. I don't think she has the whole African American vote because there's some African American people, such as myself, we're called the grassroots,
Hmm.
right? And we don't really care about her skin color or if she claims she's black. It's all about the tangibles and what she's planning on, what she's going to do for us, and really do it. Because every year, every 4 years, black people vote, and we get the same bullshit every year. Everyone else, they start a policy for us, and then they change it into minorities. Before you know it, the policy isn't for us, it's for everyone else besides us. And black people deserve something. We built this motherfucking excuse my language, we built this country. So, we're really, at our wits end with this. I think the people that are voting for Kamala or are more of the conservatives that are, like the what are those sororities and all of those people, the Jesse Jacksons and all that. There's a such thing as grassroots who we don't care about all that. And the fact that she says she's black really messed me up. When I even heard that, I was like, get out of here. She knows for sure that she is not black. I know for sure. I know I'm black,
I know.
but I know for a fact that that to be black is to say a long time ago she could have said that she was black. A long time ago she could have gave us that speech a long time ago, but we've always known she was Indian. And her father is what, Jamaican and Indian or something like that. That still doesn't mean you're black, but you know, matter of fact, she's beige.
Jamaica, me crazy child. You're Jamaican. You're not black child. You're a Jamaican child. You hear me? You're West Indian and you're part
I mean, I say that, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but let's be real here. There is Jamaicans that come here and say they are not black; they are Jamaican. There are Africans that come here and say, "I am not black. I am African. I am not one of y'all." Okay, everybody is cool. To be it's cool to act black till it's time to be black. You understand that?
No, I get that. Like, I
Yeah.
told.
It's okay to act black until it's time to really get down to business and be black and deal with the things that black people deal with. And we deal with some shit. It's, come on, man. It's still, you know what we need? We need us a black crime bill. Black people need a black crime bill. I mean, you gave the Asians ones like it was candy. All right. As soon as, during COVID, as soon as someone pushed the Asian person down, hey, we need a bill for them. Okay, well, guess what? Black people need a bill. Okay, we are dying. I have a 21-year-old son, and it's very hard for me to let him go out on the weekends or anything like that because of I'm worried about the police and my son. It's been, ever since I had him 21 years ago, it's been like stressful to even raise a young man here, a black young man in America. It's very stressful. He could go to the store and it'd be my last time seeing him.
Oh God.
Because of the way the police are happy when it comes down to us. They suspect us right away. They don't give us a chance to say anything. I'm afraid if anything happens to me, I'm afraid to call the police. I'm going to have to defend myself. I mean, living in a country like that for 4 years is very hard to do. But we do it. We get through it.
I feel as though that migrants get too many amenities and too many, the illegals especially, they're getting too many accommodations. And like
Oh
you
yeah.
said, not African Americans, you're not getting the accommodations that you deserve. You know, you're a single mom out there. And you remind me, what you just told me, that story reminds me of something I saw in Unsolved Mysteries, which really broke my heart. It was an African American guy, 21. He went out with his white friends to a party. There was some kind of an altercation at the party. Then they all stayed afterwards, but they left him there by himself when he's playing cards, and he showed up dead 3 days later.
Mm-hmm.
That was in some weird town in I don't know, some weird state. It wasn't Texas. It was like a smaller state. I don't know if it was Kentucky or whatever, but his friends never should have left him there. It was three
Right.
white. You know that someone said something to him racial before. Why would you leave him there? That's on you. Like they have blood on their hands.
That's
So
hard to do. That's hard.
it is. What would a black bill look like to you? The ultimate black bill.
The ultimate black bill would be, man, come on. We deal with so much racism, but a black bill would definitely be, first of all, me being a related to freedmen. My ancestors have been in America since the 1700s. I can clock my stuff all the way back to the early 1700s. Both sides of the family, mom and dad, from Texas. So, I feel like we need reparations. There was something that happened with us. I mean, when we got freed in 1865, it wasn't like they gave us $5. They gave us nothing, the clothes on our backs, and get the fuck out. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
My great grandfather was in World War I. His name is Sam Gilder. He got out of he finished World War I. He survived. He came back here and he was treated terrible. Absolutely terrible. They wouldn't give them nothing. They came here with injuries, everything. It was nothing, not even like money for food. So for me, I feel like we deserve some type of reparation and a black crime bill. The black crime bill is stop shooting us for nothing. Work on something else. We're about to have other problems, and it's not going to be black people.
No, we already have
We're having that problem now, and it's not us doing that. I mean, just recently, I heard 2 cops got killed by some immigrants. They're just doing whatever. And for me, I feel like the Democrats dropped the ball when they opened the borders up and did not vet any of these guys. Give us a chance to survive, the American people. Give us a chance. We don't know these people coming here. They're coming here with different type of mindsets.
They're not acclimating either. I remember a few weeks ago, I saw a woman. She had a hijabi on. It was a white woman. All I said to her at the store was, "Excuse me," because she was standing there with her whole garb in my way. Okay, I said, "Excuse me." That's all. Like her garb, and she has her 2 kids. This is kind of evil. You'll like this. It's kind of Jasmine-ish. I think this is why you're already laughing, because you know where it's going.
Yeah.
So she's standing there like that. So first of all, you're white. Your kids don't have the hijabi on, and it's a couple of girls. One of them is actually barefoot in the fucking store, lady. So what is this? So you gain sympathy? So all I said was, "Excuse me, why are you looking at me like that? Why are you?" I said, "Dude," I said, "fucking chill out. I get you're oppressed and you feel like you have all these special privileges because you have you have your headset on. Just shut the fuck up." All I said was, "Excuse me." So her panties got all tweaked up, if she even wore any. I think she didn't smell anything from where I was standing. So I went straight to the clerk. I said, "You got to be careful of that woman. Clearly people like that cannot acclimate. They come here and they think they could just go around running their goddamn mouths and get away with it." I was ready to rip that shit off her head and stuff it up her ass, man. I swear to God. I don't care how bad that makes me sound. Paul wants to know, who is your favorite, and I'm sure it's going to be more than one. Oh, who are your favorite adult stars that you work with? I thought it said okay.
Let's see. It depends on which year. It's not many. I've got like maybe a handful. I would have to say as far as women, I like working with Laura Palmer. Um, and I like working with uh I would have to say for guys, I like working with Shawn Michaels and Mark Anthony.
Whoa. Oh, okay. What you,
Yeah, two brothers. I
what,
mean,
who was he? I'm just trying to think.
Shawn Michaels, he's
No,
tall, dark, and handsome, honey.
I remember him, but Mark Anthony, what year was he? Because I don't
Mark
even.
Anthony is like 1998, I guess, maybe 97.
I should have known
I
that.
also liked Santino Lee. How funny.
That's crazy, really?
Yeah, he's hilarious. I love his personality.
TT boy?
Me and TT boy, honey, no. I'm gonna kick TT boy's ass.
I know he was.
Me and TT boy had a problem on it was a movie called Kink Police Chronicles.
Did
He
you
was
beat
trying
his
to
ass?
choke me. Well, he was just trying to choke me and like be weird. I don't like that type of stuff. Like, don't be trying to choke a black bitch. It could be a whole problem up in here.
Well, the Rivera brothers are known for that.
I know.
I was dating the brother for a while.
Who? Guy? No.
Oh,
Who?
ill. No, not
Oh.
no, girl. No, Phil.
Oh, Phil.
Talon, Lex something. Talon, whatever name he went by,
Mm-hmm.
but he was the younger brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I used to date a male stripper. It was hell, honey. Like, he was like an onion you had to peel back, right? But when you peel back those layers, mm, mm, girl, this thing, I found the reason why I had to leave him alone is because I looked through his phone just to be a bitch. Like some of us look through guys' phones. And I found a picture of him sitting on a dildo. These guys.
Well, wait, did he get paid for it?
It was like a private picture. And I was like, hey, who's that sitting on a deal? I was like, that's you. He was like, that's not me. But it had his tattoos. It was his back. It was him. So like I had to like, girl, it is so weird to know that some of these guys don't mind sitting on dildos.
I wonder how much he was getting paid, because unless he just got off on like doing shit like that, and you're saying peel back the shit. No, I don't have time for that.
Oh,
You take the knife
God.
and you cut it down the middle and you see what the hell's there.
You take a knife.
You take a
I'm not kidding. I swear, I promise you. I was dating. Look, I did not know. I was younger, but some of these male entertainers, you gotta really peel those. You gotta really cut that onion open.
Thank you. Don't go peeling, because then you're being too gentle and nice. You just gotta take the thing. Look, life's short, right? You just take the knife and go stick it down and go rip the thing open, and that's it. You cut through the chase and you cut through someone wasting your time.
Gotcha.
You're just so much nicer than I am. Probably. But if TT
I've
Boy
learned a lot from you, though. I've
From
learned a lot. Yes, I've learned to be a little spicy.
See, Dominique Simone said she was scared shitless of me because I was crazy. I'm like, what kind of crazy? She's like, well, in a fight, I want you on my side. I'm like, yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
What did you learn about spiciness? And you should have beat the shit out of TT Boy. Anyway, what did you learn about the spiciness?
Well, I do know that you definitely stand up for yourself. So, lately I've been, it's one of those things for me. I'm one of those people that if I'm always happy, but it takes a lot to really piss me off. So that's where I'm at, but I've learned to kind of snap back real quick,
You need
dealing with you.
think of that hijabi hoe. Think of that. Like that hijabi
Yeah.
hoe, right? She
Mm-hmm.
probably didn't even like shave her vagina. She probably hasn't had a tampon in her or anything remotely hard. So just think of hijabi hoe. If hijabi hoe could get mouthy, and mind you, it was a white woman, by the way, guys. She wasn't like Middle Eastern or anything like that. So I'm not being that horrible today. So if hijabi hoe could get mouthy, why can't you? Except she did it without the right reason. She probably would
Yeah.
have gone off on you too, in which case I would pay to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in another mode. When I was younger, I was a little snappier, but now that I'm older, I just, I'm just real cool and I can recognize stuff. And when I do, I kind of just leave people alone if I know that they're really, on one or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Me, it's like, so what's going on? Why do you
So
have
do you want some ice cream?
with a cone? A la mode? A la
With a cone? Absolutely.
So are you going to, I have a question. So in the States, like in California, you could sign up to be a poll watch. Like you'd sign up to work at the polls. And I worked the polls twice. I was
Mm-hmm.
fired the second time
Mm-hmm.
because I someone down the street who had a mail-in ballot and they didn't want to turn it in. They told me they had it. You're supposed to turn it in. And
Mm-hmm.
then the vote captain did not hand this person a provisional ballot, right? They gave him an actual ballot. He didn't have ID, number one. Number
Mm.
two, oh, yeah, I have my mail-in ballot. It's in the car. The answer is, okay, please get it, then bring it back, and you can vote. Didn't do that. So they let him
Right.
vote. I went outside. And I went ahead and just, I said, where's your ballot? I said, you fucking Democrat, you fucking liberal progressive Democrat. Fuck you. You're going to fuck this place up even more. You're the problem. So they thought that was inappropriate. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and register again to work in November at the election. So is that something you would consider in Texas? Because you get paid for it too. I think it's like $100 a day.
Oh, that's decent. No, I may do that. I just don't want anyone to, you know, um, the first thing is I hope it's not outside because I ain't trying to hang out outside too long. I mean, I don't mind hanging outside, but not just all day outside in like Walmart parking lot because I get approached at Walmart right now for, hey, are you registered to vote? And stuff like that. I'm getting that
You
now.
should be doing that because you could write. Because here's the thing with someone like you or myself, they have a lot of these local 11 hotel workers, which are not, by the way. Everyone should go to eyes on 11.com and see what they're really all about.
Mm-hmm.
They're about especially trying to rig local elections because they have the local 11 people going out there registering illegals to vote and
Right.
going in a bunch of mail-in ballots. Someone like you could probably get old people to vote.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't give them a heart attack and like wear something that, that's not going to have your tits sticking out and give some old guy a heart attack. But you could probably get people, to vote and talk. That's where you get their ears and you can talk to them. And,
Right. Right.
I've asked people, what are the policies you like about Kamala? And the only thing I heard, oh, she's not going to tax tips. No, that was a Trump policy and she just replicated it. Like,
Doesn't have any policies right now. There's not. I've tried to look up some of her policies. I haven't seen anything. I've heard some of Trump's policies. I haven't heard anything about her policies at all. She hasn't said anything about what she's going to do. So we don't know. We don't even know what's going to happen. I mean, I stopped watching the DNC tonight. I felt real fake. I felt plastic. Yeah. I didn't feel right. So yeah, I just was like, no. It's a
Yeah,
shame.
I think that, she only said so far she's going to not tax tips on service workers, which is what Trump said. Then she replicated his gasoline agenda as well and a couple of other things. Like I just lost control over it. Then I was watching Jack Posobiec from Real America's Voice go to the DNC. Now his wife is Eastern European, very pretty woman. These two, like you could tell they're like two liberal white girls because they had the mental disease going on and the hair, the liberal hair and the hairy armpits.
Yeah.
It's like, so where's my hair? Oh, it's like this.
So my problem with this is, they are neck and neck right now,
Ugh.
and I feel like the one thing that Trump could do is reach out to the grassroots. Now, if Trump reached out to the grassroots foundational Black Americans, the Black Americans that uh, whose ancestors helped build this damn country, right? You reach out to us because see what you're seeing in around Kamala Harris, and a lot of them are immigrants. They may be Africans, Jamaicans. A lot of them are not really. They could be even anchor babies. They are not really born and raised here. Like their ancestors did not come from this country. So I feel like if Donald Trump ever reached out to one of these real ones out here, like he has to reach out to the grassroots. There's a whole bunch of other Black people that are not democratic at all, and have switched lanes, literally.
Really?
If he reaches out to them and offers us some type of tangibles, Black, the thing with this is you can see that a lot of other races and a lot of other people have gotten their benefits from the America. They've gotten their reparations. They have gotten things. The American Indians, the Asians. We can make a whole list of whoever America messed with. They always got their stuff. They always got even the Japanese. So I don't understand why they don't want to do it for us. The people who actually help them win a lot in the Olympics. We do it all. I don't see anything that Black people have not really contribute to America, and we are most patriotic. We got to be some of the most patriotic different people than anybody I know, for sure. So what I'm saying is, if Donald Trump really tried to offer the grassroots, the mass Black people, the masses, not the ones that are up here, what I'm saying, doing their thing, I guarantee you it'd be a switch. He would be passing her right now within a day.
I'm hoping he does, like he does what he has to. I know that they were trying to pass all these laws in California. Gavin Newsom's finally cleaning up things. So one thing they did pass in California a little while ago with Newsom was for every single Black African-American woman without a dad, they were given like $2,500 to. Like they're making all kinds of things there. I think we did a few other things too, which may have been a little bit, the Mexicans complained, the Asians and everyone else. But fairness is fairness, right? Like everyone should get something. But when you're giving a legal $5,000,
when I see Venezuelans going to check cash in places and cashing $5,000 checks a month and getting a card that's got 12 grand on it or more.
Wait, what?
First of all, you better be. Let's back it up.
Oh, you're saying 12 grand.
Okay. 12 grand, boo boo. Listen. Okay. Online, a lady dropped her receipt from her food card, right? An immigrant lady dropped her receipt. The Black lady picked it up and read it. She had a $12,000 limit on this stipend card giving from the government, the U.S. government. So, and also I've seen regular guys, Mexican guys, go inside a check cashing place with a stack. But guess what they do with that stack? After they cash that check, they send that money back to their country. They are not spending that money here. That's why inflation is so high right now. They are not spending that money in America. They are sending that money back to their country and staying here for some reason. I don't know what that reason is yet. I don't know.
free
I don't
money, and then they're probably getting a house for free in California. If they buy a
okay.
house, they can
Free
take out.
I heard free housing, free medical,
Mhm.
free food. I mean, they do get these cards in the mail, and they also get um they get um they get something else. I can't think, but it could be a housing for you, like the
Yeah,
rent.
it's a
Yeah.
loan actually that they're starting to do in California. So let's say you're here and you're illegal. You want to
Hmm.
go ahead and get a house here. You could get the loan and everything. You don't
Yep.
have to pay it back unless you leave the state of California. Then
Yep.
you
And
have
you
to pay
don't
it
need
back.
a background check or nothing.
I know,
Compared
just
to
in
us,
California, you don't need the back.
me, we go and get a loan. It's crazy. We go and try to do something. It's bananas. We're Americans. Can't do it. Can't do it.
The
But
only
they
issue,
can. I've
what?
seen them do it. I've seen them do it.
Well, yeah, but no, this is true. You're not the only person I hear saying this, but I think the only issue we're having, like when JD Vance started saying single, childless cat owners, it's like, fuck you. I'm a childless cat owner. Doesn't make me a fucking progressive. That was the only problem I saw. Like, I wish he picked someone like, he should have picked someone else. Like, I know Tulsi Gabbard wasn't chosen because you just don't hand over
Mhm.
the kingdom to
Yeah.
someone else who switched over. Okay, fine. What were
Right.
your thoughts on Tim Scott?
Girl, child. I don't know, girl. He looked like a dang beta male. I don't know what to say
What
about
about you? You could have been the vice president. We should have. It would have been great, but I don't know. Like, I'm hoping this pulls through because if we have another 4 years of insanity and that woman,
Listen, it's
we're
going
fucked.
to get crazy if that border stays open. Um, I don't know. We're going to have to really start trying to figure out some type of thing to do because it's going to be overcrowded and there's not going to be any tangibles for any Americans after a while. They will be the new Americans.
Well, look at Europe. When you go to somewhere like Sweden, okay, so I was on the train the other day. I was in London and I'm looking around. Okay, so I see maybe 3 or 4 white British people. You see everyone else, like all these Pakistanis, all these Afghanistans. It's like, whoa, what the fuck's going on
Mhm,
here? They've opened up the floodgates too much. In Sweden, it's the same thing.
mhm.
It's really bad. And,
Yeah.
they've given these people all these like accommodations for whatever they want. Now, that's a country, England's a country that's in trouble. London specifically, but you go to other places outside of there, they're not going to tolerate it. Hungary won't tolerate it. Scotland doesn't tolerate it. Ireland, I think the right's going to come over and take it over. And I hate to say this, but I agree with Margaret Thatcher all the way.
Mhm.
My mom thinks I'm crazy, but I know she's voting for Trump. I think, like my family and I had this discussion, and it got very heated with my aunt. I don't know I wasn't sure where she stood, but I know she doesn't like transgender story hour. Imagine being a kid going to school and looking at that.
That's terrible. Like I would have so many questions and I would be sitting up looking like, what is that? And are you a man or a woman? And stuff like that for sure. That's confusing to kids. And I don't think it's cool. Do
But
you?
fuck no, I don't want no damn transgender piece of shit around fucking kids. I don't even want them near me. I know about drag shows. We knew drag queens, but they
Yeah,
wanted to be
I know
adults.
lots of drag queens. I have no problems with drag queens. I love them. I think they're awesome guys. But at the end of the day, I think a kid should only know so much until they get a certain age. It's a certain age you start. I mean, you let them figure that out, or you tell them inform them. That's like telling a little girl, "Look, this is dick." That's not cool. That's not cool. Let her figure that out. Let her grow up first. Get her mind on ABCs and one, two, threes.
No, that's horrible. That's racist. We can't do that because then they'll become white supremacists. But I mean, they're saying that being early is white racism, being on time. It's like, no, it's called being fucking responsible. Like, I'm sure, okay, back in the day when we were doing scenes, like, did you ever show up to set on time?
No.
Okay, good. How late were you usually? A half hour?
Um, it depend. I wasn't late all the time, but I'm black, so I was late.
How late is late though? Tell me, 15 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, a half hour? Tell me how late for.
I don't know. I'd be about 30 minutes late.
Oh, that's nothing. Okay. Yeah, I'd show up like 20 minutes, 50 and a half hour. Then they started lying to me. If I had to be there at 9, they'd say 8:30, then I'd show up at 9. It's a different goes. But I think Kamala is gonna fuck up the country if she gets back in. And I mean, you really take a look at Europe and what it is now. I mean, I think sovereignty is great. Like you have cultures everywhere, fine. So I come to Texas, I want to see barbecue, I want to see Texas hats.
Cowboy hats and Wranglers and boots. That's what you want to see, girl. And
Texas.
guess what? In Texas is nothing but stars. There's stars all over the streets, all over the places, everywhere. When I moved in this house, all I saw was stars in the bathroom. It's a star here, and then on my curb, there's a Dallas Cowboys sign in my address.
That's fancy. But
I
that's
mean,
what you want to see.
Dallas Cowboys star, and it says Cowboy, Dallas Cowboys, and there's my address above it. I'm like, oh, so they just picked my team.
That's patriotic, right? That's very Texas. But my point is that you go to, let's say, London, you want to see British things. Some Asian guy complained that there are too many white people in like these small countrysides in England. Well, what do you fucking expect there to be?
Right.
Then you see like all this kebab shop, this, that. In France, it's all this. But it's like, let's have some traditional things where we have the values and what the country is. Why should we get mad if there's no mosque? Or why should we get mad that the sardine can has a church and not a mosque? It's not a country. It's not a Muslim country.
Right.
Sardines are in southern France. It's a church because people pray. Yeah. We don't, do this, whatever
Right.
we do. I have friends that are Muslim, but they don't get that extremist about it. It's become that's like a pandemic right there, I think.
Yeah. I heard that religion is not that old. It's not as old as other religions.
You go to church?
No, but I do believe in the Most High. I believe in the Most High Yahweh. I don't believe in Jesus or anything like that. I believe in Yahweh, the Most High.
What's that?
Yahweh? Yahuwah?
Oh, Jehovah. Okay, Jehovah.
I call him Yahuwah. Yeah, Yahuwah.
Okay, no, that's interesting. Okay.
Hi.
So
I believe in my ancestors, and I definitely do, study the, some of my ancestors, like, you know, indigenous American Indians is my, ancestors. But I do believe in the Most High. I don't, mess around with anything else.
I light white candles all the time. I think every house is God's house, so you don't necessarily have to go to church to prayer. But one thing I noticed in California was there weren't that many churches where you could go pray. In New York City, they're all over the place. Maybe because they have the homeless, epidemic in California. But you couldn't go anywhere to pray. It's like that's weird. So you can't go light an actual candle and pray. There was nowhere that sold religious candles, even, which is really crazy. So I had to buy them from St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City.
But your home is a temple. You light your candle and you have your own relationship with the Most High. You don't even have to go anywhere to be with other people because he's in here. He's inside. It's already inside of you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Oh my God. I feel like I had a religious lesson today. I feel like I got to go bathe or something. I gotta go douse in holy water.
Hey, I give all praises to the Most High, man. I think he's the one that got me out of doing adult films, and slowed me down and made sure I, started thinking about who I am, where I'm from, my ancestors, my people, and myself, and all of that is within you. You wake up and you realize who you are and what you got to do in life. Like you see my art back here, like I've never known how to paint or anything. I just
Oh,
out of nowhere woke up out of the clear blue sky and started doing some art.
is that a dog or a mouse or a monkey?
That's an indigenous jaguar.
He's cute.
Yeah, it's like from the Choctaw tribe. He's a indigenous jaguar
He's cute. You should like
from
sell your.
America. He's a indigenous tribe jaguar from America.
What's that one? It's like white on the top with the blue.
Oh,
Other
that one.
side. No, not you. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
No, not that. On the other side of your jaguar.
Oh
Now
yeah,
go.
next to the jaguar. That's me there.
No, love. Go to the left. Your left.
Oh, here.
Yeah, the white one. What's that? Like, what are
That's
those?
my that's my latest artwork right there. That's the Most High. That's the Holy Spirit above, and those are the 12 disciples. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it now. But you should be selling like not those, but I think is that like something in your
Like
future?
that's all of my art. See?
Oh, look at this, guys.
Yeah, I did that zebra during COVID. That's all I do is like paint and shit.
You sell?
I've only sold one piece, and I sold it for about $3,000 because these are huge. They're not small. They're huge. Like they're almost taller than me. And I'm working on another piece right here. But that's all I do is art, and I'm working on my book, and I'm actually I don't know what this is, but I've been single for a long time. I'm just learning to just enjoy doing small things and enjoying life. It's
No,
the
you
main
should.
thing to do is enjoy life, even if it's just with yourself. Got to enjoy it, man. You only live once, right?
Yeah, I don't believe in reincarnation. Like, I don't want to be reincarnated ever. I'd rather give that to someone who really wants it badly.
Yeah.
I'm still baffling what happens to a soul if it like shoots, like, if it kills itself. Like, does the soul linger around haunting that area? Like, what does it do?
Well, for me, I do believe in going on to a next dimension, because I'm a nine ether being. I'm like a goddess somewhere in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm related to, I think, the Sirius, planet Sirius, or maybe Orion. Orion is where the men are from. I think I'm from Sirius. I'm not sure. But we always got to find out. I've been reading about the Anunnaki and the Sumerians and things like that, the people who were here first on Earth billions of years ago, thousands of 100,000 of years ago, So you got to always keep your mind focused on something to empower yourself and learn. um, Try and learn as much as you can while you're here, so that maybe you don't come back here. Some people, if you don't learn some of these lessons, you end up coming back to Earth. I think, you stay here, you learn, and you try to get as much knowledge as you can about this Earth and about, whatever, and about the dimensions and stuff like that, and whatever it is. Try your best to learn as much as you can while you're here, while you're still breathing, because you may end up somewhere else.
That makes sense. That's so
Yeah,
scary.
it's too many other beings out there for us to just say it's just us, right?
Yeah.
You got the Pleiadians, the Lyrans, the Reptilians, the Draconians, the Insectoids, the Tall Whites. Come on, man, there's a whole bunch of other beings, and a lot of us are narcissists. We think we're the only ones here.
Moon monsters. Do you believe in Florida water?
Yeah. What about you?
It smells nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I use it on my wrist and I spray it because I just don't want anything to bother me.
I believe in like burning sage and incense sometimes. And it's good to wear your crystals and your copper to protect yourself from these entities. There's a lot of entities. Do you remember when they had the things at the mall in Miami?
Yeah, I remember that. Shit, that was scary.
Yeah, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's fake and all that." No, that was totally out of control. So that means that we have moved to another dimension and these creatures are coming out. There's a lot of new creatures out here right now, in the water, in the ocean, and on the earth. There's new creatures. They're not the same creatures. You know what I mean? There are new plants, there's new ecosystem, there's a whole new type of fish in the sea right now. Things we've never seen before. And they say the mermaids are popping out.
I know, I'm here. What are you talking about? I've been here for years, please. Um, so no, my hairdresser called me a mermaid. Then my nail technician was going to joke about mermaids, and I told him I was going to beat the mermaid's ass one day. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there are moon monsters and stuff out there, and then I don't know about like I would want to meet a mermaid as long as they're nice.
I
Uh,
don't. I think that there's some nice and there's some aren't.
well, yeah, I'm not always nice to people, please. So I'm the only human mermaid out there. I'm a cat. I'm a cat mermaid. Uh, no, that's true. It's very interesting. You have a very interesting viewpoint on everything, but I want to see you start selling your art. You know, because it's something you're just sitting on.
Do
That's
you really think? Do you think someone? I mean, it's not professional. It's kind of cartoonish, but I'm hoping someone would buy it. It's it's something that I would like to at least turn into prints or something.
yeah, it's not cartoonish. It's just different. Cartoonish should be like a caricature of someone or like a
Yeah,
Fred Flintstone. But those are very pretty. You could tell they're handmade, you know. And I'm sure, guys, I know that you guys would buy the stuff from her, even commission her to do things, whether they're small or big. You just got to get a gallery to jump on board with you.
yeah,
And
yeah. I've
I,
talked to a few, but I haven't really found a permanent one that I really want to work with.
I have
Because
a
they will.
friend that's an artist in Texas that does these openings. I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah, but I
Mm,
just remembered. And he's African American, but he's very much about helping artists, like talented
right.
ones. I know he would love your stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting.
So find
Oh, you
myself
should
as
see this one I'm working on here. It's bananas. It's the
where
Statue of Liberty. Let me show you it.
we're getting like a sneak peek at artwork, guys. So this is like very I like
Let's
that
see.
little
Let's see
statue.
this. Can you see this?
Oh my god, look at that. That's gorgeous. Her eyes. Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a Statue of Liberty, right?
Hmm.
And then we've got her holding this African American baby boy, and everyone's going to be drowning in the background, though.
Okay.
Ah, like that.
Help us.
And you got some spaceships coming in to
Oh,
save
the
them.
moon monsters.
Yeah,
The code word.
that's all I'm working on. I like to drink a glass of wine and sit here by myself and do me. I'm not like really into crowds or hanging with a lot of people. I mean, I don't have too many friends here. What
No,
about you? Do you have a lot of friends there?
no. I mean, I give a very small circle of people, and I just, I work a lot with people, and I'm at that point where I can't, like, not that I can't stand everyone, but I don't want to, I just don't
Yeah.
want to do it a lot, and then, it's just, yeah, but I'm back doing wrestling and stuff and
Hmm.
things in public. I'll ride this out for a couple of years. I'll work on a book, and then I like making jewelry, just like you like making your art. So I just need to get
Yes, I
some, need to
love
make,
jewelry. You
yeah.
know what I saw? I saw your wrestling debut or something.
Oh,
And
that was at the place in England that I was working for Championship Extreme Wrestling.
Jasmine, I saw you turn into a whole gangster.
Bitch, I don't beat your ass.
You hit someone with a chair or something. It
Oh,
wasn't.
the Singapore cane. I've hit people with a lot of things, but I usually use a Singapore.
Look at this girl. She is out of control. Was it a table? You hit someone over the head with a chair, I think.
Yeah, I did. I've done that. I've done that many times. It's fun. It's cute. You know, it kind of like smartens them up to know what's going on in life. And
Right.
some people need it. I don't know if I could do that in real life, though, or if I can get arrested if I do that. I don't know what your thought is on that. But, I kind of I just like doing this. I like doing my online stuff. And I want to have my store front set up and just do my anti-aging stuff.
Yeah.
I like to be a menopause coach. It's some more classes and stuff I need to take. And then I also have to go through a whole peptide seminar. And it's a lot of work for those peptide seminars. Like, I'm not going to get it all in one go. I have to go to a few of them. So I have it like spaced out. I'm actually a guinea pig for the copper peptide that I'm doing on my skin right now. I have to go microneedle some into my skin in a little bit again to see if it actually fades dark spots. So we're going to learn.
I'm taking a collagen peptide every day.
Yeah, those are good. And coppers.
I'm taking it. Yeah, I am. I'm trying to just, you know what? I take natural things and I'm just trying to just keep myself up. I'm in my 50s. I mean, who wants to just crumble away? I want to be a panther, not a cougar, a panther.
That's a new one. I've never heard
Not
that.
a cougar. Well, I'm black. I'm a panther.
You're slick, man. You're slick and talented. So
I don't want to be a cougar. I want to be a panther, honey. I'm gonna be in my
cougars
70s.
I think of like aged women from like Florida with wrinkly skin from being in the sun and leopard spotted clothes. That's what I think of, and like thinning hair, like
Right.
super thin hair.
Cougar.
Like,
Yeah.
That's not us. No, we're like.
I don't know. Maybe a cheetah.
A cheetah's good, but I like a cougar. I like the panther term better.
Yeah.
Panther.
Yeah. Arr, buddies.
But let me ask you this. So would you so why don't you throw out your socials here for everyone? And I thank you for joining me because I'm gonna eat.
Yes. Very much. I love to conversate with you because we always get things done and we also come up with solutions. Don't we?
Yeah, we are the solution. People just don't realize that. It is bloody hot. So let's have your socials.
Well, they can reach me at Real Minaj, and I have a website called Menage's World, and it's just starting.
It's MENAGASWORLD.com. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just starting. It's not even up yet, but I'm working on it.
Well,
I'm
you
putting
say
my heart on there.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
So you stay in touch. I'll stay in touch. We'll make a face-to-face connect really soon.
Yes.
In this universe before the year is out.
Yes, and we do have a lot. We have 82 days until the election.
Oh yeah, we'll be talking before
Is
that.
it 82? I think it's 82 days.
What I'll do is I'll have you come back on. We'll probably do like a watch party or something like that night.
Yeah, it'll be probably some more stuff going on too. That's going to be very interesting because we got an interesting road ahead of us.
Yeah, we just don't want to. I can't say what I want to say because I'll probably get shut.
Did you say Kabama?
Yeah, I did. But I don't want to say what I want to say because I'll get shut down. But you probably know what I'm thinking. But go to the gun range for sure. Learn how to shoot. Okay.
Yes, I'm going to work on that. I just got it. I think it was like 2 days ago. I ordered it and I went down to the place and grabbed it up. I went to go pick it up myself.
You need to learn because you need to know how this thing works. Some of these kickback, you got to know. And I encourage everyone to, whatever your standpoint is, you need to protect yourselves, people. Go get a gun. I'm not telling you to go shoot up things and shoot up people. Just get it because you need it at home. Make sure your mental health is okay before you do this.
Right.
Go get it done. Go learn how to shoot, because at the end of the day, it's one person that will protect yourself, and it's not the Secret Service, it is not the
Right.
FBI or the local Coco.
It's you. Mhm.
Thank you.
And what's going on these days? We must, because now we don't know who's in America.
No, we don't.
Know what could happen. It could be anything, another cyber attack, anything could happen, and it's on and popping. That's what I'm thinking. You
So
know?
make sure he gets back in.
Yeah. I think I have one, but he has boxing gloves on.
Yeah.
But
Everyone's got,
it's not a bobblehead, it's like a puppet.
yeah, I like the bomb.
Yeah.
They had a puppet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so stay in touch.
I will, and you take care, girl.
You too. Love you. Have a good
Okay,
evening.
love you too,
I
honey.
will
Take
see you
care.
out soon. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
So everyone, that was Minaj Tuah. So you can go ahead and check her out on social media, and make sure you go to her website, menagesworld.com. I'm sure she'll be selling artwork before we know it. But don't forget, if you are out there on your own, be sure to protect yourself, because we do not, and I have nothing against people coming here legally and doing things and getting things done the right way. But you do not know who we have in this country at the moment. You don't know who we have in America, we have in Europe. We do not know who's coming in. There are open borders. There are people coming in who do not necessarily acclimate to Christian values, to the values of the American people, the values of the European people or the British people, but they just come on in and they're taking things. In America, there's an election coming up in November in the USA. Vote with logic, not with emotions, because the next 4 years determines a lot about your future and the future of your kids, your grandkids, and everything like that. Next week's guest is Vic Legina. Until then, be kind to one another. And don't forget, get informed about everything out there that's going on. And, try to stay cool, because it's a very hot summer out there. Stay frosty and have a very good night.